Kitty. Good. Hello everyone. Today we're gonna review a book. Is this book, The Snow Queen? Snow Queen, eh? I kinda like it, so let's review it. There was a wicked demon who made a magic mirror. This mirror made everything good look twisted and ugly. Everything bad looked even worse. Oh. It's a fine mirror, snared the demon student. They show it off to the angels, flapping their leathery wings, and flew up and up until smash! The mirror slipped from their hands, crashed into the ground, and broke into a million tiny pieces. Some pieces were no bigger than a grain of sand, but they're as powerful as the whole mirror. If a speck flew into someone's eye, everything looked horrible and wrong. But if splinters struck her person's heart, the heart began to freeze. Oh, soundy bad. Not long after the mirror shattered, a girl named Gerda was living next door to a boy named Kay. In all the world, no two friends were as close. Yeah. One winter day, as snow was falling, Gerda's grandmother told them the story of a snow queen. She lives in an icy north, but in winter she flies around, disguised as a snowflake. Beware of her, said Grandmother Warren. She's a wicked woman, but don't worry, she added. If your heart is pure, you always see the queen for who she is. Wandering home, Kay gazed at glittering snowflakes drifting down. He started to notice one flake seemed larger than the other, until it became a beautiful woman. She was astonishing. She is the Snow Queen. Winter passed and Kay forgot all about the Snow Queen. Then one day, while she and Gerda watered the roses in her window box, Kay suddenly cried out, "Ow, my heart and my eye!" "Kay, what is it?" she asked. The jabs came from the splinters of the broken mirror. At once, Kay began to change and grow cruel. "Those roses are crooked and ugly." "But Kay, you always loved them." Seeing Gerda's frightened face made him angry. He jumped up and left. Gerda listened sadly to his boot creaking downstairs. After that, Kay saw everything differently. He began to argue and make fun of people in the street. He even mocked Gerda and her roses, though she still loved him. Next winter, Kay ignored Gerda altogether and joined the boys in their sled in the town square. As they played, dazzling white sleigh rode into the square. Its driver would dress its weight from her fur hat to pointed boots. But everyone but Kay ran away. He shouted, "This looks fun!" He tied his sled to the snow-white sleigh. The two sharp splinters of mirror had blinded him to danger. for the driver has none other than Snow Queen herself. Uh-oh. The sleigh picked up speed and Kay laughed with excitement. Hurtling around the square, they dashed out through the city gates. On and on they flew, through swirling snow. All too soon the sleigh stopped. As the driver stood up, Kay realized who she was. The Snow Queen. You must be frozen. Come and join me in my sleigh. Quickly the Queen kissed Kay, and his icy heart grew colder. She kissed him again, and he forgot all about his home. He was trapped. Soon Gerda wanted to meet Kay, but then her grandmother think, "May dear, Kay not be alive," and she answered, I don't believe it." Then she wanted to give him her shoes, but take out her red shoes and put it into the river. She think shoes would flow where he was, but not. It still travel back where she is. Then she hop on a boat and go to take it far, far away. But then she stuck. Then she swam and swam. The boat led her a long, 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 long way. And then she think in her head, there must be someone to help her. Then she see who an old woman. She asked, "You poor child, are you lost?" And when after the old woman helped her to get up on land, she answered, "First he grew mean, then he disappeared altogether." Then, to be extra sure, she made all her roses vanish. He didn't want to remind Gerda of the roses at home and her search for Kay. Then she said to Gerda, "Eat as many cherries as you like." Then Gerda ate and ate and ate a lot of cherries. Gerda played happily in the woman's garden, and her old life was soon no more real than a dream. Then one day she spotted a painted flower on the woman's sun hat. It was a rose. Soon she remembered everything. "Kay!" she cried. "How could I forget you? Oh, I've been waiting so much time." Without even saying goodbye to the old woman, she ran away. Meanwhile, the Snow Queen had taken Kay to a magnificent castle in the far north. Inside, Kay was neither happy nor sad. His feelings were frozen inside him. He sat at the Queen's feet on a vast icy lake. So cold he was almost blue, but he didn't notice. The Queen sat signing on the throne, bored. Looking down on Kay, she decided to play a game with him. "Solve my puzzle and I set you free," she declared. She told to him the word, and then she waved her pale hands at some blocks of ice. "If you put those in the right order, they will spell a word," she said with a cruel smile. Slowly, Kay's frozen brain realized she was telling him to spell something. He so wanted to please her, but he just couldn't do it. Soon, Gerda ran and ran for hours and hours to get away from the cottage. With no idea where she was going, at last she stumbled through a gloomy forest. She had to rest. Soon she met a crow, and the crow asked, "Call," he croaked. What are you doing all alone in the world?" Then she answered, "I'm looking for my friend Kay. Have you seen him?" Then the crow listened to Gerda's story. Call, he said. "I think I might know where he is." Gerda couldn't believe her luck. "Tell me," she begged excitedly. Then the crow answered, "Follow me to my..." "Well now," croaked the crow, "there's a princess in this kingdom, and she was looking for a prince." In no time at all, men were lining up to meet her, but no one was good enough. Then a young boy appeared. From nowhere, his clothes were torn and his boot was creaked. But he went inside in the palace, and would you believe it? The princess liked him so much she married him. "That must be Kay," Gerda cried. "He's handsome and clever, and his boot do squeak. Oh, please take me to him." "Call, that's not so easily done," said the crow. But Gerda pleaded with him. "I speak to my wife. She works in the palace." Then after we go in and see a bedroom. We see two big flowers. The first flower was pure white petals, and curled up in the middle lay the princess, fast asleep. The flower beside her was red. Gerda stepped forward and looked in. "Kay, it's me, Gerda." And the prince woke up. "Who is it?" he mumbled. Gerda stared at him and burst into tears. It wasn't Kay at all. Gerda noisy gulp and sob woke the princess. "Who are you?" she cried. I'm sorry. As Gerda didn't look dangerous, she gave her a hanky and let her sit down to explain. Then, that night, Gerda slept in the palace. In the morning, the princess gave Gerda her second best dress and begged her to stay. But all Gerda wanted was to search for Kay. "I walk around the world if I have to," she said. Then the princess got an idea. She ordered a carriage. Gerda's gasped. It glistened with gold and sugar, and inside the walls were lined with sticky buns and fat cream cakes. For a second, as she simply stared, "Is it really for me?" she asked, pointing to the golden carriage. "Well, you can hardly walk around the whole world," said the princess, helping her climb in. "Don't worry, I have 3 more. Just let it." "Goodbye." "Good luck," cried the princess. The carriage rolled into the dark forest. but it shone so brightly that dazzled in a band of robbers who were hiding among the trees. Gold! They shrieked and rushed into attack. Said an old robber woman, grabbing Gerda. She looked tastier than the carriage. Let's eat her. But she raised her knife. Something sprang up and bit her ear. You mustn't eat her. I want her. Ow! There was a daughter of a chief robber, and she was always got her own way. I want her more for my friend, said the robber girl, pointing to Gerda, and to play with her carriage. Said the old woman grumpily. The little robber girl pushed Gerda into the carriage and squashed in beside her. Are you a princess? No, I'm looking for my friend Kay. As they rode deeper in the forest, Gerda told her story yet again. By nightfall, they arrived at the robber's grim, lonely castle. The little robber girl yawned. You can sleep with me and my pets, she told Gerda. And sighed. She got a lot of strange pets. She got a reindeer. His name is Ba, and a lot of penguins. That time she slept. And she asked Ba, do you know where's the Snow Queen is, Ba? Then Ba answered, she lived in the far, far north, past Lapland. The little robber girl, who was still awake, heard everything. You don't want to find him, that rotten old Snow Queen, she said. You'd be safer here with us. But Gerda was desperate to find Kay. Then I shall let you go. As proudly as a queen herself, but I shall take you. You need food, she went on, finding Gerda bread and ham. With a hard shove, she helped Gerda onto a reindeer's silky smooth back. She bounded off happily, racing north to his home. The little robber girl stood alone in the moonlight, watching and waving until they were out of sight. As a long, long way to Lapland, they arrived. Ba and Gerda were spotted by the Lap woman. You're frozen, she exclaimed to Gerda, taking them into her hut. And you've a long way to go, she added. Then she heard her tale. Soon she gave her a frozen fish. And then soon they go deep, deep, deep inside. Gerda was left all alone in the icy cold. Glistening snowflakes whirled around her, making it difficult her to move. They were guards of a Snow Queen castle. Oh my! As she did hesitate, the guards looked on terrible shapes. Huge hedgehogs with vicious spikes, fang-toothed snakes, and fierce bears sprang at her. Gerda cried out in fear, but she didn't run away. Standing boldly before the guards, she told them to leave her alone. Her breath blew out in misty clouds around her. To her estimate, These clouds became angels who began to attack the dwarfs. Seeing the angel gave Gerda strength, he punched the bear nearest to her, and he melted at her touch. Soon she go inside, there was Kay freezing. He was still puzzling over Snow Queen's challenge. He sat still, thinking her, so still that he seemed frozen stiff. Kay, she called, running up to him. She wrapped her arm around him, but he didn't move. But he's still alive. She dropped her hot tears, and he started to see clearly again. Gerda, he shouted. Is it really you? The old Kay was back. Then Gerda and Kay laughed and cried and jumped for joy. Even the blocks of ice around them got up and danced. And then together they spelled entity. E-T-E-R-N-I-T-Y. Kay was free. Then Gerda kissed his cheeks so that they glowed. Gerda, yuck, said Kay, but Gerda kept kissing him until he was completely fouled. Let's go, begged Kay, and the Snow Queen could be back at any minute. She back now, said an icy voice behind them. Kay and Gerda looked at each other in honor. You said if I spelled a word, I was free, Kay shouted bravely. And it is. I'm going. Soon they go home. Is it really you? You defeat the Snow Queen? Asked Gerda's grandmother. Then, done. Goodbye. I think you do enjoy this story. I hope you enjoy this. Please like. No? How about a subscribe? No? Fine. Just get me a little like or subscribe.